Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about Lori Vallow since it is her birthday and she's spending it in jail, luckily. So first up, what I want to talk about is I went over the video of the body cam of the police officer when it was Tylee, Melanie Gibb, and Lori going in there because Charles had her purse. So these are some of the things that I found really interesting and I want to hear your guys' opinions on it. So first thing that struck me was that every single time she lied, she had this a little bit of a laugh, and I'm gonna point out some of the examples as I go through this video with you. So first she says that Charles is cheating because he works a lot and travels for work. To me, it seems that she was just crying out for attention because we know that's a lie and that Chad was obviously giving her that attention and feeding it to her. So I feel like she was easily infatuated with him because of that attention. She also says in the video that she got a throwaway phone because Charles stole her phone, which we know is a lie now because, as it's been said, she's had like 5 throwaway phones. She had a ton of them, and Tylee had even commented and said that she feels like her mom is like a drug dealer because there were so many phones that her mom had. Now, in the video, when Melanie Gibbs makes a statement that Lori has a few throwaway phones because Charles stole her phone, Lori starts her giggle, which is when I'm like, every time she lies and gets caught in a lie, she starts giggling, which is very common. A lot of people who lie and get caught, they'll start like a nervous laugh. I noticed too in the video, every time the police officer asked Melanie or her daughter Tylee a question, Lori would automatically speak right over them, almost because she didn't want them to say the wrong thing. The police officer asked Melanie a question about what Charles had sent to Melanie, and Melanie starts to say, he wanted me to meet her at, and Lori speaks over Melanie, and she starts her little giggle and says, he wants to meet us at therapy so that he can give the purse back, and he wants Melanie to be there. And as we know now, it wasn't therapy, it was for a psych evaluation, and she did her nervous little lying giggle again. And again, you could tell Melanie was nervous to say that and didn't know what to say. And Lori immediately spoke right over her, started her little nervous giggle, and then obviously lied. Meanwhile, Tylee was sitting there and she looked really nervous, like she had a hair tie on her wrist and kept like fiddling with it. And Lori is going on about how Charles is sending these harassing text messages to herself, to Tylee, to the whole family, to cousins. And then as she starts saying that, Tylee, you could see her kind of huff and puff a little bit and like moves herself in her chair like one of those, like she seemed like she was kind of getting annoyed. And the police officer asked Tylee, well, what did Charles send you? And so Tylee pulls out her phone, and as she's pulling out her phone, her mom's like, Lori says, oh, he's saying that JJ's in danger, kind of intimidating him, doing a little bit of the nervous laugh. And then you see Tylee, mom, shh, 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 almost shutting her up so that she could answer the question. And what's funny too is when Tylee reads the text messages, they're not harassing at all. They're just a website of the preparing of people, like basically what's going on with it, how it's dangerous, how it's considered like a cult. And he says, I'm so sorry for this, I didn't want this to happen. And Tylee says that she was unsure of the text messages because she didn't really know what they meant. And Tylee also tells the police officer he sent the same text message to everyone word for word, like as if he copied and pasted it. I thought it was interesting too that Lori was kind of seen giggling as she was cutting off Tylee, saying, oh, he's just saying JJ's in danger and he's being harassing. So again, it shows that every time she lies, she has like this little giggle. And then again, I thought it was really funny that she acted like she was so worried about this lipstick that was inside of her purse. Again, I think she was deflecting the fact that she had stole money, $35,000 out of their joint checking account, because what she says is, I'm just worried about my lip gloss. Like, I just want my lip gloss back. He's just mad that I took money out of our joint checking account, but it's not a big deal. It's both of ours. And the cop almost falls into her like little trap and is like, okay, well, we're not worried about that right now. We're worried about your purse, which I do understand he's worried about the purse. I feel like that's her manipulative tactic, almost to deflect of her wrongdoings to make herself look like a saint, which obviously she believes she is. She always says how he was so violent and threatening and harassing towards her, but she says in the video that she didn't want a restraining order. Now, being that it's her birthday and all, I wanted to tell you guys kind of what's going on in her jail, because I was under the impression that she wasn't with the general population. She was by herself because it's more of a well-known case. So she's actually in general population. She has her own little area where she sleeps, like her little bunker. She doesn't have a cellmate or a room or anything, so she can go in and out of her little pod area as she pleases. She can shower as many times a day as she wants because it's all in the same area. She is able to access little tablets, and the reason for that is because COVID and all that kind of stuff, you can't have visitors come in and out. So she's able to access this tablet whenever she wants, so she can Zoom type whenever she wants, whenever she feels like it. I feel like she has so much freedom, which is absurd. She has an hour to be able to work out a day, but she's not allowed to have any gifts or anything like that sent to her. But who would really send her gifts, because all of her kids are dead. Her one kid, I believe, is not happy with her, and her husband's in jail now too. Kind of wondering how all of the pod mates that in the general population area are treating her. I wonder if they're nice to her, because obviously I'm sure they know what's kind of going on. But I know she thinks she's incredibly smart, but from watching this video that I was just talking about, how she starts her lies and giggles and kind of rambles a little bit, makes me wonder if she's going to do the same thing in general population and some ears are going to overhear her talking, and it makes me wonder if she's going to slip up and say some stuff she doesn't mean, get herself caught in lies. Everything's recorded in there, everything on these tablets are recorded, so it just makes me really, really interested to see how it's going to play out, especially now that Chad's in his own jail and they can't really communicate right now. Makes me wonder if she's going to slip up. So we'll see what happens. I hope you guys like this video and update. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon.